New moon, new you. That's what I'm hearing, Scorpio. Welcome to your November reading. Happy birthday to my November Scorpios. So, the new moon in your first house, your house of self, the lens that you look through and the lens that the world sees you through, your depth, your power. You're only interested in the kind of relationships, and I'm talking about romantic, platonic, whatever, where there's real intimacy, where there's real depth, where we really see each other, and not just that. We spirits using the words we provoke each other to be more of ourselves, in a beautiful way, in an intense way, the way a Scorpio craves. So, new moon in your first house that is filling with light and will become the full moon in Taurus in your seventh house, your house of partners and opponents. Events and activities are going to speed up from the outside. Things are going to be happening. So now, when you have a few, 10 days or so to be preparing for that full moon, be thinking about that balance of me and we. And remember that you are always allowed, I don't need to belabor this point with Scorpio people, but you're always allowed to change, to regenerate, to re-present yourself. And Spirit is being punny on purpose, like represent yourself in this new way, to re-present yourself. Yeah, maybe I was a people pleaser, but actually I've changed my mind and now I approach every encounter with the intention of staying really true to myself throughout. And that means that everything comes out of my lens filtered in this direction, and that brings a new kind of energy and people into my life. That makes sense? Okay. Let's get into the story of your month. As usual, we will be looking at past, present, and future, the kind of climate around you, Spirit's guidance for you in the story, and we'll pull a card for your role in the story, the kind of protagonist that you're showing up as, which court card, which characteristics that Spirit wants to highlight for your highest good in the month of November. So let's talk Spirit. My Scorpio people, Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising, and dominant people. Ooh, thank you, Spirit. We want to know the truth of what is showing up for Scorpio people in the month of November. What kind of themes, energies, events are showing up around Scorpio Spirit. And we want to know how Scorpio is showing up and what your guidance is for them as they navigate their story. Spirit, always with the intention that we help them step into their highest good, their most fulfilling, joyful, pleasurable, peaceful life possible. To help Scorpio along on their journey towards self-actualization. What does Scorpio need to know in November to lead their best life, Spirit, their most joyful, authentic, and aligned life? One more. All right, let's see. Perfect. Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising in the month of November. What's showing up for my Scorpio dominant people? Beautiful. My God. Never ceases to amaze me. I love tuning in and talking to Spirit before we sometimes even begin to shuffle the cards. And then here comes exactly what they're talking about. So, beautiful reading. You are in your element, Scorpio. You're coming through as the King of Cups. So, the king is at the top of their element, has the most wisdom, knowledge, experience, and particularly power. That's the word that I really want to use, of their element. So your emotional depth, your emotional vocabulary is the phrase that Spirit is using. Your ability to connect with others, understand others is really highlighted. And your ability to navigate your own and others' deep, deep emotions and kind of keep your center, which is exactly what Spirit was talking about. If for those of you who know astrology, you'll know the first and the seventh house sit like this across from each other in the circle that is your astrological chart, they are right here opposing each other. The balance, the tension, the perfect amount of tension between me and we, right? So the King of Cups can understand other people and can give them compassion. It's like an ideal therapist where somebody could be sobbing and pouring their heart out to the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is able to hold space for that person to safely experience all of their emotions in front of a person who will hold all of that peacefully and keep grounded for them. So helping these people regulate by staying regulated themselves. You know what I'm talking about? So Spirit is bringing up co-regulation. Some of you might be doing some work around that, or maybe some of you are healers and therapists yourself, very King of Cupsian things. But your emotional regulation, your ability to soothe and take care of yourself and others seems to be definitely up in the month of November. A lot of love here. Wow. I also want to say you're building something and creating something, but this is like a long haul and there's no need to rush. This has come through for a couple of signs, and I'm curious if you've already heard this, if you've maybe listened to your sun or your moon or your rising or another video. If this message has come up for you more than once, then really take that as Spirit really doubling down and saying, okay, a lot of times we can kind of just throw this stuff away and be like, okay, it's like drink more water. Sure, okay, whatever you say. But it's true. Probably also drink more water. King of Cups. Keep them cups full. You do not need to hurry. You do not need to rush. The thing that you are working on, growing your money, growing your skills, growing your opportunities, that's what I'm hearing. Lots of pentacles here. 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. You are growing, and your guidance for this month is the Hanged One. So there's a little bit of relax. Just keep doing your thing. Keep showing up at the table and working on your craft. So, you know, if you were a writer, that would mean continue to show up and write even when you don't necessarily know why or what you're writing, right? I'm the Hanged One. I don't know, but I said that I would keep showing up. 8 of Pentacles in the key position, working on my craft, growing the skill that gives me joy and a sense of you are connected to this craft, okay? That's what Spirit is saying, meaning when I grow my skill in this thing, I can feel myself also growing along with it. For example, if you had a tarot practice, it's like as I grow this tarot practice and my understanding of this, my soul, my wisdom expands and I expand more as a person, my perspective grows. So continue to dutifully show up to work on the things that you care about, especially those things, that make you feel more like you. And I feel like financially there's great growth happening for so many Scorpio people with this. Stay loose. 2 of Pentacles. Stay loose. Have fun with it. Make small adjustments. Yes, continue to work, but it's like, it's not work hard. It's not sweat. It's have fun. And also I feel, gosh, there's so many connections available. That's the other thing about this reading. You're doing a great job all on your own. Magician, sitting in the past or the point of reference from which we're leaping forward. You're doing great on your own. Making great use of all of your resources. Big Scorpio vibes. I'm going to use everything that I have and transmute it into whatever it is that I'm trying to create now. And I feel like you've been doing a good job up until now. And now here come partners, helpers, community. 4 of Wands, sitting in the present. Some of you have wonderful family, beautiful like home and family foundation. Feeling so appreciated. I see get-togethers. Of course, it's going to be Thanksgiving. That's a gimme. But I see get-together celebrations. Of course, it's your birthday. Oh my God, now I feel it's all gimmies. But I know that you feel the love. You feel the love in November. You feel surrounded. And not just love, but also chemistry. And I'm going to use the word chemistry because for some of you, this is definitely romantic. Like, oh, we're celebrating an anniversary. Or, oh, I'm meeting somebody new and I'm having a crush. 2 of Cups is sitting in your future. But for some of you, this is chemistry like, oh, this is chemistry with a creative partner or an accountability buddy or a coach or a mentor or even a therapist. And again, roles could be reversed. You could be the therapist. But there's chemistry. And chemistry doesn't always have to be sexual or romantic. You know, there's friends that we meet and we click with right from minute one and has nothing to do with romance or sex. There's that kind of clicking, and between that and the Four of Wands, and then here in the climate, this Three of Pentacles, collaboration. But collaboration in the stuff that is your skills, your work, the things that you're trying to grow. But it's kind of like it mixes business and pleasure. Wow, yes, we're really gonna both accelerate our growth when we work on this together, and we're gonna have a damn good time while we're doing it. So maybe podcast partners, maybe you're meeting somebody in a class and you guys are going to work on, you know, your sculpting or your thesis together or something like that. It looks really beautiful. So be open to new connections. Absolutely. Very open. 7th house getting all lit up. Would not be surprised at all if some of you aren't, again, meeting new people, or perhaps like making some things official, marking a really important date with another person that you partner up with. Beautiful energy. Something gorgeous is developing, so just don't rush. Be very present. Be very present and be very open to new connections and also synchronicities that are going to come along and shape shift and increase the growth of this. That's what I'm hearing. Be very curious to feel, well, I was going to say to feel how you feel. I mean, I'm a Scorpio dominant person. I feel how you feel. I'm curious how you feel about this, Scorpio. Stories, reflections, anything that's already happening in your life that rhymes with this. Would love to know about it. If you ever want a personal reading, the way to do that is just south of this video. I appreciate you spending time with me, Scorpio. And if I don't see you in your mid-month reading, then I hope I will see you in December. Till then, bye-bye.